Well, it would appear that I'm ready to weld. However, I'm out of wire. Okay, got the boards cut and fitted together, not glued or anything, they're just on there. That's my oddball one right there. Those seem like they fit pretty good together. A little bit, I've kind of lapped them over a little bit, so this is going to be kind of a ship lap, which, I mean, that's the technique it is. It just fits over a little bit. One problem, 8-foot sheet. Those are 4-foot segments, and I did a pretty good job cutting them. This distance from there all the way to there is not 48, it's 50. Take my, I think it's half, my half or 3/4 or whatever that is, square tubing, I think it's half. I'm going to put that on the top and the bottom. So this right here is a 10-foot stick. So I can get two 50, see I'm already dirty, two 50-inch pieces out of that. Actually, I'll probably go just a little bit more than that because I got 120 to work with, right? So I'll go just a little more. That way, when we come over to here and the tailgate slaps up against there, it goes in the slot really good, right? So I'll have that piece running across there, and I have one on the bottom running across there, right? So it'll keep it from going down into this little drip edge, and then I'll make it long enough to go in there on both sides. Since I got enough length, I think I'll do that, and there'll be a gap in there. It's for airflow purposes. Yeah, that's what I mean, airflow purposes. I meant to do it like that. All right, that's kind of what we got there. I just decided to go with 4 of those, and then that's what's going to be banded together there. What I think I'm going to do is flip this over and then go get my staple gun and then put a couple staples in there to hold that assembly together, and then I'll put the metal on there. I think I'll make it much easier. Okay, that's stapled down pretty good. You can't even see the staples even getting up close. You have to really look for them, right? So that come out very nice. The next thing I'm going to do is, I got my square stock I'm going to be using right here. I'm going to cut it to the length I was talking about, the width of the trailer. I got the garage door open, so you just have to bear with me. But I want it to be able to sit flat up there. I'll make those the same length. I think I figured out 52 is what I need on those, but I want to do those next. That way I know the length to cut my straps, because I'm going to have one on each end, right? And that'll set, well, we'll all be setting good when I'm done with it, but I need to know my width across there so I'll know how to cut those so I can weld one end and bolt the other end. Okay, now you can kind of see what I'm talking about there. Got that rail, got that rail. Yeah, metal's dirty, so this is why you have to clean this stuff thoroughly. Got that kind of mocked up, and my lines marked there. You probably can't see them. There they are. And the same thing over on this side with my mark to cut that right there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut that piece, weld one side, bolt the other side, right? And then that'll be my base for going forward. All right, I'm at a stopping point, so let's just see where we're at. I got the frame. As you can see right there, that's a frame. I was going to put straps on both sides, but I just don't think I need to do that structurally or even aesthetically. I think this is going to work fine the way it is. That's pretty sturdy there. And I don't even have these two welded where you see the clamps there, right? So I have it roughly bolted together right now just to see where we're at. The next thing I need to do, like I said, weld those together. And then what I'm going to do, let's turn around here. So to attach the wood to it, get a little closer, I think what I'm going to do is come up a quarter of the way, then come over here and come up a quarter of the way, drill holes in it, go all the way down, and then I'll clean this and paint it, right? Once that gets done and dried, then I can put my wood in there and then drill, like chase those holes and then just bolt it together. Okay, that's how it's coming together. I'm just going to finish torquing everything down. I wanted to note something. Face this way. Got the door open because it's nice out. What I should have done, and you see how I'm making this. I don't have a table saw. I don't have a nice table or anything, so I'm using skill saw jigsaw. So some of my cuts, believe it or not, were not straight. So that would aid me in what we're about to talk about. See, in here, this isn't quite straight, so if I come to here, everything kind of blew out the side a little bit on this lower end, on the end ones. So I really should have moved this piece in maybe 1/2 inch, and that would have helped out for that problem right there. Okay, I'm using 2 different tools to clean this up. As you can see, there's little outlines like a cinder block there. If we move up, we see other stuff in there. So yeah, that's what I'm using. I've cleaned kind of the lower part. Using the rotary tool there, or angle grinder with that polycarbonate disc, it can leave some swirl marks in there. So I only want to use that when I have to, because it's easy to get too aggressive with that. So I'm using this board with the 60 grit. I just got that laying around. It's knocking the crud off pretty good. I've kind of come up in here with it a little bit, so it looks pretty decent. All right, here we are, all done. What I ended up doing is just use the angle grinder with that polycarbonate stripper tool all over it, and then coming back and sanding it. As it just come out the best on there. And I just, if I got a little bit too heavy on there, I just come in and just went over it real lightly. And then whenever I sanded it, took all those ridges off. So that's as clean as it's going to get right there. It's about to go outside finally. So this is some of the little scuff. And I did 1 coat of the same red stuff on there, the Olympic sealer right there. And I think that come up pretty decent. That's kind of what we're looking at right there. And once I get the tailgate on, I need to put the tag back on too, and I need to get the these little poles on. So what I think I'm going to do on these poles is essentially drill a hole right there, drill a hole through the first one, then I'll sit in there, and what I can do is put a worm clamp right there so it can't slide up and out. Got an issue. Y'all probably foresaw it. I didn't. I was thinking I was wanting something to lock it in place anyway, so I think what I'll do, I'll just get one of those bull pins and put it in there, or clevis pins. I don't know the name of it. It's the one that's got the kind of like what your hood pins are. You put it in there and then just flop it down. Then I'll put something on there, and it's got a nice little hole right there already to hang it from. If that is pinned in place, this side right here, it's not going anywhere. It's locked in pretty good. So I'll just need one of those and then do my little rod mountings on there. Okay, we are done. I got the latch on there. I wanted to get 2 more screws in there, but it's right at the corner where the weld is, and I broke one self-tapper in there. But I think it'll work pretty good. Well, it's a 2-hand thing, so Let's see if I can do it one hand. Anyways, yeah, that works pretty good. These are in here. I just drilled 2 holes there, one little pilot hole down there, and then I put the facing the sun, little worm clamp on there to make sure that it can't come out. Same thing over here. So looking pretty good. That's what we got. Oh, got a little breeze coming through. We've been having cool mornings. This morning is not a cool morning. It's making up for it. So we got a little lock pin right there, safety pin, and then it has a little the coated wire on there. I didn't want, given there's hands around here, eventually this wire, if it didn't have the coating, it would start breaking apart and poking people in the hands and everything. So that'll work right there to lock that down. And I think that is it. We are done. That's how the boards come out. I'll show you without my shadow, but it's, you know, first thing in the morning. I'm already sweaty. Just got done with wrestling with that whole aggravating fiasco there. Anyways, yeah, that's what we got. Oh yeah, one more thing. I need to check the air and the tires, but other than that, this project is complete. Let's go do a sneak peek of what we got coming up. This will be next week. I'm going to start the prep video for the Ram charger, and I'm going to show getting the slant 6 put together and getting it ready to be completely sealed off. Still got a little bit more work to do on it, you know, like sealing off all these holes and stuff, but that'll be next week, doing that and getting on the Ram charger. And we have the engine in this truck is going to be going into the Ram charger, and then the slant 6 will drop down in there for storage. Turn around here for light's sake. Hey, I found the train coming by. Anyways, you can see I'm just starting to clean. Are you done? No, he's not done.